My name is Heather Hawpe, and I work at the Springs and Woodlands South for Continental Properties. I am the Assistant Community Manager, and I have been nominated for the Assistant Community Manager of the Year award. So my very first job out of high school was as a leasing agent, and I did that for about a year and a half. And the properties I worked at were sold. I was like a traveling leasing agent. I worked between 5 different properties. So after those properties sold, I decided to go into a different industry for a while. I got back into it, and I stayed at another property for about a year. And then I had a couple of kids, and I got back into the industry, the apartment industry, and now I've been consecutively working for property management for 5 years now. And I love it, and I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
One of the reasons why I like Heather so much here is, for one, she's very good at what she does. Two, she's really good with the residents. Even when she has the residents that may be upset, she handles those situations very well, and I think very professional, in a very professional manner. And she's a really good person to be around. I like working with her on the weekends. She always cracks me up.
Okay, so my typical day, well, the assistant manager position is kind of like a catch-all position. We do everything. So it starts out with, covering delinquency, making notices, and then I go into showing apartments, answering phone calls, balancing ledgers. We do everything. Mostly delinquency. That's a huge part of my job. Move-ins, move-outs, financials. That's probably my main focus, but I'm here to help anybody with anything, really. So some skills that I have, I worked with a lot of softwares in the property management industry amongst different companies. So I'm really good at that, but also technology. I took some IT classes in high school, so that's helped me tremendously with like all the new technology that's always coming out. Math is probably, a strong suit of mine. It definitely helps me with my financial responsibilities. So I also have really good people skills. I can be very compassionate. I love helping people. Finding a new home is a really big deal, and we're here to make that the best experience possible.
One of the reasons I love Heather is number one, she's very knowledgeable. You got a question, she probably knows it. She's been in the industry for a good while. She's very plain spoken, so you know exactly the type of answer you're going to get from her, which is great and hilarious. And also she's just very friendly. She's a good person, and she is always willing to lend a helping hand no matter what it is. So if it comes to passing out notices, to help cleaning something, and she's always willing to help out. So we all love Heather here, and she does a great job.
Our company offers a 30-day pledge, and basically after somebody moves in, they have 30 days. If they decide they need something bigger, something smaller, they can't quite afford it, or something happens and they just need to move out, we allow them to get out of their lease within the first 30 days because we don't want somebody that doesn't love living here, can't afford living here. We don't want this to be hard on them. So, we give them that 30 days, and it makes people feel way more comfortable. We're always here to work with them. We try to come up with any solutions that we can, but that's always there so that they know that they have options. This upcoming spring, assuming the pandemic calms down, I plan on getting my NALP. It's something that my company is happy to help me pay for and work through. So I'm super grateful for that. So that's just the beginning. My boss is always teaching me new things in her position, so that if she's not here, I'm able to cover those things. I'm able to help all our residents, all our employees, all our vendors, and I'm happy to be able to do that.
So one of the many things I love about Heather as an assistant community manager is that she's so knowledgeable. She knows so much. And you know, sometimes when you're not here, you're worried about your staff and worried to make sure everything is going to get done. You don't have to do that with Heather. She knows how to get everything done. You know, she's really wanting to know the next steps. So it's really nice to be training someone in the ways that you're, as a community manager, learning and pushing forward. You know, she is super helpful with anyone on staff, which is really great. You know, we have a new leasing agent, and he's very green, has never been in the industry. Heather has helped him so much. You know, they're both rock stars, and they sit out there at our front desk and just make everything better. We love Heather around here, and we hope that you do too.
Hey, I'm Drew. One thing that I really love about Heather is the fact that she's never afraid of the good and the bad conversations. She's been here helping me, train me since day one. I've learned so much from her, and honestly, I can't wait to learn more.
So, for a long time, we had a resident who went out of town a lot for work, and so I would always feed his cat for him. That's just a little thing that it's actually just kind of like a normal thing for me. But most recently, a way I've gone above and beyond, I have probably helped at least a dozen of my residents find resources to help pay rent because they've been affected by COVID. It's changed a lot of the way that we do things. A lot of the residents' lives have been affected. Their financials have been affected. So I have physically sat down and I have researched, you know, how they can get financial help. I have sat down with several of them and walked them through the application. And we've successfully gotten several people approved for emergency rental assistance in Tulsa. And, you know, that's probably my latest project. It's something I'm always working on. I always make sure everybody knows it's an option. And I'm always, you know, staying up to date on any other resources that we can offer for them because we want to keep our residents and we want them to know that we care. Because we do, and we want to keep them here as long as we can. So my leasing agent Drew and I, you know, we were talking about our team and stuff, and earlier we were just joking about how all of us wore our Continental swag today, and I want you to know that we don't have to wear uniforms. We all wore these outfits today because we are proud of our company and we're proud to wear their brand. We love it when we get new swag, and we all just happened to show up today wearing the Continental swag, so I thought that was pretty fun. That's such a weird question to answer. I think I'm a good candidate. I've been working really hard for several years. You know, I was promoted from a leasing agent to an assistant community manager. This is the first company I worked for that has really allowed me to grow and like flourish and do as much as I can, and they allow me, you know, they allow me to advance and keep learning and keep doing new things that better my career. And you know, I'm going to continue working on those things, and I think that's super important. I'm really passionate towards my job and compassionate for my residents. You know, I care, and I think that should matter.